How's it going, guys? Today we are taking a look at the Studio Series Transformers 1 Deluxe Class B-127. And I will admit, I missed out on a lot of the Transformers 1 stuff, especially when it came to the Studio Series. But the ones that I did get are not bad. I will say they're not my favorite, but for the most part, they're pretty good. Uh, Bumblebee or B-127, he comes with a fair bit of items here. He has two blasters from the movie, his two energon swords, and this rifle. I was surprised came with a rifle. I do have the Transformers Prime Changers, Warrior class Optimus Prime, so I typically give that to him. But yeah, getting the weapons out of the way. Here is B-127, and he's a pretty good toy. One thing I was disappointed about was a lot of them were deluxes. So Megatron, Optimus, they were all deluxe class figures. While characters such as Sentinel and I think Elita, or no, not Elita, um, Arachnid, they were Voyagers. And yeah, there's not really much to say other than it's a yellow car. For comparison, we're going to bring in the Deluxe Class Optimus Prime from Studio Series. He is a fun toy. They stack up fairly well together. If I bring you out all the way, they stack up pretty well with each other. After that, we'll bring in Sentinel. And yeah, you can tell he's small. He is very small, but is what it is, especially stating the fact that he's the big bad of the movie. Yeah. So right off the bat, I'm just going to get this out of the way. I am very surprised with how simple the Studio Series Transformers 1 stuff is, because just because I had to prepare for the comparison, this is Optimus Prime, and he all he did was really flip a few things around, and he was in robot mode in no time. So that's where my whole saying of I'm surprised with how simple these guys can be. Same as Sentinel. Granted, Sentinel is just a guy laying down. So to start with for Bumblebee, where do we start? Yeah, right here. So all we're gonna do is unpeg the side of the car and shift it down on this armature, if it'll stay down. So we'll shift it on both sides, rotate his forearms around. Now it's already doing it, but we're going to unpeg the top of the car, split the legs, and finish bringing down that entire waist section right there. This is pretty neat on how it's done. You're going to unpeg the bottom of his wheel, and it all shifts right up there. And that, I think, is pretty cool. Do the same thing on this side. Unpeg, flip it around, bring it down. And in here, you're just going to flip out his heel. And that allows him to stand properly and not on his tire. Next, we're going to flip out this little gray piece here as it just tucks away. And I like to just bring the front of the car down first, and then we can go to the back, flip that out, and fold in that there panel. Tab that all back together. Shift up your arms, buddy. Next, we're just going to rotate its head and flip out his hands. Open that up, take his fist, and just rotate it out. and close that up. Do it on the same side here. Flip that open, rotate it out, and close it. And that is pretty much B-127, all ready to go. And again, that is where the whole comparison of him being, or the Transformers 1 Studio Series stuff being very simplistic, in my opinion, kind of helps it. These toys are fairly straightforward to flip back and forth, such as Sentinel and Optimus. I do not have intentions on getting the rest of them. This is probably all I'm going to have for the main cast. But there's your size comparison here. We are a short stack compared to Sentinel, and we come up to about Prime's chest right there, which is fairly decent. A fairly decent size for him. So we're going to get those two out of the way now. His weapons, he comes with 2 of his ion cannons. They just plug it right into his hands here. So it looks like that as I unplug it. So they look like that. And he's got these little daggers here. If it'll focus. Got these little daggers here. And they are just going to plug into the cannons right there. So you can recreate that whole scene of Badassatron. I'm never doing that again. But if you don't want to have his cannons, you can always give him this assault rifle. So he can turn around a Sentinel. Oh, apologies for the sniffle. So he can turn around a Sentinel and wreck his world. Badassatron. Okay, I am sorry for that. I am done. Yeah, not really much else to say about this. It's a neat little deluxe, and it is fairly screen accurate to the movie. All the way down to his bloody backpack. Yeah, his chest hangs out a little bit, but it's a toy. What do you expect? And yeah, that's all I really have to say. If you guys did enjoy, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you all on the next one. The next one, I am kind of looking forward to it a lot. Let's just say it involves some Hunt for the Decepticon stuff, such as this lovely lass right here. Alright, have a good night all. Bye-bye.